Well, let's get started. Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the PLP, Minister for the Foreign Service, MP for Fox Hill. Today is Monday, the 26th of February, 2024. Last night was the formal opening of the 46th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean. The leaders of the CARICOM were all gathered in Georgetown, Guyana for the meeting to plot the way forward for the region. This includes Prime Minister Philip Davis. Vivian Naipaul, the Nobel laureate, wrote during his tour of the Caribbean during the 50s that Georgetown was the most charming city in the region. He particularly admired the wooden buildings. Guyana has an abundance of timber and forests. They have given up the right to develop much of it in a carbon swap with Norway. The government is now swimming in good luck because they've discovered oil in the ocean off the coast. A claim to the adjacent land and the resources is the source of a dispute with Venezuela, which threatens to disturb the peace in the region. So there will be support for Guyana against Venezuela's claim, notwithstanding Venezuela's generous propping up of some CARICOM countries during the oil crises of the 1990s and 2000s. A fragile deal was worked out recently by Brazil and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our Prime Minister Philip Davis was at the table for that deal when it was brokered. Let's hope when the election comes in Venezuela later this year that the deal will hold. But I can tell you, I've been coming here since 2002 in the city, Georgetown, and this country has remarkably improved. New roads, new buildings, new automobiles, new housing improvements everywhere. What a difference money makes. And this is what I keep telling our folks at home who are always obsessing over debt and national finances. There's a friend of mine whose favorite expression is, "It's only money." My friends, no one suggests that our country ought to be profligate, but we live cheek and jowl with the largest economy in the world. The Bahamas should be swimming in cash and in money. The infrastructure projects, the money to complete them, should have us with huge GDP growth, more than adequate to pay off any debt. The opposition FNM and the coalition of idiots COI are simply doom and gloom merchants. The future is always better than the past. We need to reject doom and gloom and develop our country. The airports in Grand Bahama, Bimini, Exuma, Treasure Key, Long Island, Cat Island, the roads in New Providence, Eleuthera, Exuma, and Andros, and the bridges, the seawalls in Abaco, the port in Little Abaco. Let's get a new telephone company in to get better telecommunications and data. Let's build a nation and stop with the doom, gloom, and hand-wringing. Finally, I'm bemused again now that Dr Duane Sands and the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, have failed to win the war of words with me. The FNM thugs and goons have now unleashed a campaign of threats and phone bombardments on me on my WhatsApp number. I suppose because they unleashed this, the thugs, I'm supposed to tremble in my boots. It's really laughable that you have to go to a disbarred talk show host to fight your battles, though. FNM'S, I feel sorry for you. Nevertheless, the implied threats are taken seriously. I think this is maybe the third time in my political life that I've taken official notice of threats. No problem, though. That's life. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and from Georgetown, Guyana, what Naipaul said, the most charming capital in the Caribbean, but still PLP all the way.
To listen to understand, reaffirm our government's commitment to fighting the scourge of crime that threatens the fabric of our society. This battle, my friends, is not about political colors. It's about the safety, the prosperity, and the future of the country we all cherish so deeply.
Come on, honey.
What's up, lady? All right?
Yes, sir. Minister.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Those your boys?
Yeah, that's my son.
Come say hello.
Just say Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Are you all right? To the gang leaders, let me make one thing perfectly clear. Keep your hands off our school children. Our young people are all.
Well, let's get started. Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the PLP, Minister for the Foreign Service, MP for Fox Hill. Today is Monday, the 26th of February, 2024. Last night was the formal opening